Well, good evening. I've never seen so many people in my life. But I want to try to struggle through this. First of all, I'd like to thank Dave for the nice introduction. I'd like to acknowledge the Hall of Fame management for the great venue that they put on. And I feel extremely fortunate to have had the opportunity to meet the other classmates that we've had. It's been a real thrill for me. Kind of thought about what I was going to say tonight, and I decided that I would sort of try to trace through my life some of the kind of watershed moments that you have. But first thing I want to do is just say, you know what? God, I'm really lucky that I was born in the United States of America, and instead of it's a land of opportunity, and I just couldn't be more grateful for that. After being born, then I got these really neat parents, and they're strict. You don't do things wrong 2 or 3 times; just once is enough. And but they gave me 3 really great siblings. I have the neatest brother in the world and 2 fabulous sisters. They're over here somewhere, guys. Thank you. Anyway, so the folks, they were very poor, but they forego all the amenities that they could have had just to be sure to save the funds to put their 4 children through college. And for that, we were very grateful. College for me meant going to the University of Nebraska. I don't know how that sounds in Oklahoma, but that's where I was. I didn't have any choice. And but of course didn't have any money, so I wound up being a busboy at the girls' dorm. That's tough, 1,000 girls, and I had to wait on a bunch of them. Well, turned out that one of the tables that I served, there was the cutest little girl in the world there. Her name was Joan Webster, and eventually we changed her last name. She didn't want to be down at the bottom of the alphabet, so we moved her up to the top, and now she's Joan Allen. I tell everybody that I waited on her when she was 18, 19, 20 years old. And I hate to tell you this now, but we're a whole lot older, but I've been waiting on her ever since. After college, my... Do you need anything tonight? I can come down. Well, after college, my career started at working for a Hormel company in Nebraska. A couple of years later, went to Minnesota, and after 7 years there, came home from lunch one day my superiors called me in the office and said, "Oh, I know, I forgot something. We were scheduled to go to Los Angeles." 9 days before we were to move to Los Angeles, I come back from lunch and my superiors bring me to the office and they say, "You know what, we just bought this little plant in Oklahoma City and we want you to go there instead." Well, I didn't really know much about Oklahoma except during fall football season. I kind of knew about it then, but that's all I knew. And so when I think about that, coming to Oklahoma instead of Los Angeles, I don't know how there could have been a better deal, and I think that was divine intervention again, and I'm 100% for that. So that's another big moment in my life. And then coming to Oklahoma, first thing I did was run into the McLaughlin family, and that was another big deal. We'll find, as I go through this, you'll find out how our families blended together very well, and as the kids grew up, they really became important on both families. Our kids grew up and became very important in our company's growth. Now, as I said in this earlier stuff on the screen there, business started out in a small plant, advanced to a second plant, and we were just able to sell more than we could produce for forever. But then the next really big thing happened, and it happened in Oklahoma, and it happened in Enid, Oklahoma, and we're extremely and forever grateful for that. The city of Enid came forth with a big plant that fit our machinery needs, and they gave it to us at some terms that we could afford. I don't know what the terms were, but they got done. And so that plant turned out to be, that came in 1991, and that turned out to be the launching pad for further growth. But you couldn't have that further growth without a bunch of good people. And we had thousands of people over the 40 or 50 years or whatever it was working in the plant, producing the product. We had hundreds of really good department managers and a great sales force all over the country. And a lot of those people are here tonight, and I don't know whether this is allowed or not, but I'd like to have those people stand up and so I could give them a hand, because I want them to know how much they mean to this evening, because it wouldn't have happened without them. Guys, they're all over. Thank you. I hope you know that Advanced Food Company never would have been what it turned out to be without you. We love you all to the bottom of our heart, and we love Enid, and we love Oklahoma, because nothing like this would have happened anywhere else. And thank you very much. Okay.